Hey, Dr. Tracy, board certified general pediatrician, and I moved from Florida to Vermont 5 years ago this winter. And so I often get the question, how do you like Vermont? Do you notice any big differences? So I'll give you a few things. So, first thing, yes, we do love Vermont. We feel like this is a great place to raise our family. We feel really accepted and loved here, and we feel like we can actually make a difference. So, what are the big differences, or what are things that I've noticed? First of all, seasonal depression is real. It's not something that you just read about in textbooks or hear about, but there is a big issue when the seasons change and it gets really, really dark and very cold. There's not that many hours of light. It's a big deal. And you have to take care. You have to take extra vitamin D. You have to make sure you get outside. You have to make sure that you keep lights on in your home and do certain things to make the winter feel like a special occasion. So it's taken us a few years, but we're getting the hang of it, and we're feeling really, really confident with this upcoming winter that we are going to just rock this upcoming winter. So I'll keep you posted with some of the things that help. But other things is that I realized that I really do need seasonal changes. I think seasonal changes kind of set the tone for the year. I have an expectation of what's coming, and it just makes me enjoy every season so much more because there's something totally different coming around the corner. So that's something that's really interesting. I also have learned that I really need central air conditioning. We don't have that very often here in Vermont. We have a really old farmhouse, if you can tell from my ceiling. So our house is almost 200 years old. And so we have yet to add central AC to it. So we have window units still as we're doing some renovations. And it's the bane of my existence. I hate it. I hate window units. I don't want any part of it. I want central AC. So that is something I don't like. I love the fact that it encourages me to cook more at home. Vermont is a little bit more spaced out. We live in the country, so we're not super, super close to anything. And there's only about 5 restaurants that we are close to. And as much as I love them, we do cook at home a lot more. And I love to cook. So I have learned that I absolutely adore cooking. And if I could have a second career, it would be a personal chef. So that's something really cool that I've learned about myself. Another thing that I have learned is that I don't actually love summer. I wish I could tell you that I did. I grew up in Florida my whole life. I thought I was a beach girl. I thought that that would be myself for forever, but I am a fall girl. I really like the leaves changing. I like cold. I am totally basic. I like pumpkin spice lattes and apple cider donuts and apple picking, and I just really like being cold. I like the fashion. I like everything about it. And so I've kind of learned I'm not the biggest summer girl. So another thing that I've noticed is I really like the quiet politeness in Vermont. I miss the hospitality. Don't get me wrong. I really do miss hospitality from the South, because I was in North Florida and that's the South. But the quiet hospitality that happens in the Northeast is interesting, because there might be just the word yep, but they would literally tow your boat back for you. They would come and do anything you needed them to do, but they just might say 3 or 4 words. Whereas in the South, we might say 30 words to do the same thing. So while I miss the hospitality and the kind of flowery language and everything that is said, I really like the quiet politeness that happens. So that's just some things that are different for us moving to Vermont from Florida. I'd be interested to see what you guys think if you moved around a lot. I didn't move till I was 45 years old. I lived in Florida my entire life. So this is my first experience doing anything different. I've always wanted to be in different places and experience different things. And I wanted my kids to feel like home was where their heart was. Like home was where they laid their head with the people that they love, but I wanted them to learn different cultures, different ways of doing things, and that they could be fine everywhere. And I think we've succeeded in that. So let me know what you love about where you live, and if you've made a big move, what are the things that you've learned about yourself? So take care and happy fall.